Diane Warren, of course, is one of the great, if not the greatest, songwriter of modern era.
Thank you.
And I'm not the first person to say that. So,
thank you. We'll keep saying.
But and worked a lot with Whitney Houston. Knew her very well.
I'm in shock.
I mean, you said last night there are no words.
There aren't. I mean, it's just weird. It's not even 24 hours. Right now, it's just weird. It's the weirdest timing. I mean, it would be horrible. I mean, it just doesn't. No time is a good time. It's horrible, but it's just. I honestly, I'm in shock. You know.
What is the thing that made her such a great artist?
Her voice. I mean, she's unarguably, inarguably, whatever that word is.
Inarguably,
the premier, finest vocalist, female pop vocalist of the last 40 years, hands down. You can't have Christina Aguilera, you can't have Mariah, you can't have Jenna Rhodes, and
Beyonce, Mary.
Beyonce. None of these people exist without Whitney Houston. Whitney is the standard to which, Whitney's inspired. Not only did she touch the world with the songs she sang, she just inspired so many singers, and she was great. She was great.
I mean, when you're writing for Whitney Houston, and this song can go to her. What do you do differently? Do you know that?
I mean, she can sing. I mean, I wrote when I wrote the song. I wrote a lot of songs for her, but I didn't know my own strength. I wrote that for her because she was doing her comeback record, and I'd heard she'd really gotten through all the stuff. She was healing. She was just doing better. She's not into drugs anymore, and so I had the title. I didn't know my own strength, and I thought, you know what? I'm gonna write this. I'm gonna have this be Whitney's theme, and I wrote it and I played it for her, and she said that you really wrote my heart. You wrote what my life, and thank you so much. And in all honesty, when she came to sing it with David Foster, I was scared because she had done damage to her voice. And my songs are very difficult. That song is not. That song is as difficult as anything I write. And would she be able to hit those notes? And I was sitting there, and like, but she did because I mean, no matter what damage she did to her voice, she still was a great singer. She still was a great artist, and she pulled that from her soul. I
mean, you knew that you could write as challenging as you want, and Whitney could.
She can. Yeah, it's like a thoroughbred that can run fast. Just give it the open field. I mean, Whitney was the best. Whitney was. It's like weird saying was. It's still totally weird and horrible, but Whitney is inarguably.
But I mean, when you talk about
nobody else.
Thoroughbred, I take it to athletic.
But not just athletic, not just like that she could hit the notes. She hit the notes with
soul,
feeling and soul.
Absolutely.
And I'm sorry, like look at I work a lot with a lot of artists and stuff. People come in, you tune them with do all the whatever. None of that. And she didn't have to go on stage with things blowing up.
That's right.
This is Whitney. And you sing, and that audience.
That's right.
You just.
We don't need dancers.
You don't need people like you need tits hanging out.
No,
Come on.
No.
You don't have to. Not when you're that good.
No, we
don't. We
don't need it. We don't need
distractions.
We don't need anything.
You get someone like that, and something.
There's very few people who are just standing on a stage and singing.
No, come on. Do it.
Yeah.
Whitney did it.
Yeah.
Whitney changed the world. Whitney changed music.
Yeah.
Look at all the singers like we talked about that would not be here without her.
I mean, the thing that is exciting and surprising to me today is the guys who aren't in pop music who are saying, I too was in the bedroom with my hairbrush trying to sing like Whitney.
It wasn't just women.
Yeah.
Anybody how can anybody that aspires to be a singer not hear that and go, I want to be that?
Yeah.
Like that's the standard. You know. You want to be a singer? Listen to Whitney Houston.
Yeah.
Whether you're a guy or a girl, or whether you're anything.
I mean, that's what you got to. You couldn't help but listen to her.
No, and she was the best.
And that she came from gospel, and those gospel roots were in there.
And it was in there, so it was that soul and that feeling. I mean, she just could deliver a song like nobody else. Really, I work with everybody. Nobody's Whitney. Like nobody.
Nobody. No, it's not even close. Not even close.
No. Sadly.
Wow. Any stories of Whitney you want to?
I mean,
any moments that sort of jump out as you think back?
It was just so beautiful when she did. I didn't know my own strength, just because I was scared. I was so scared she wouldn't be able to hit those notes. And sitting there with David Foster, I'm like, and she did, and it was beautiful. I remember I started crying, and you know what people don't know about her? She was funny. She had a great sense of humor, and she was so. That's what's so weird is like she had so much life.
Right.
She had so much. She had just so much.
Diane, thank you so much.